All right, guys, so we're back. Right now we're just dealing with the discussing frame, engine mount, stuff like that. So today's goal is we gotta move for this light. Today's goal is to remove this remove this steering box, and so we can start cutting out this engine mount. This one too. They're welded in. See how bad the light is if I come over here. So they're welded in, and you can see this side is like folded in back. So you kind of got to bend this so you can cut that one out. Same with this, but it's got the bolts inside of it for the steering box. So we'll move that out of the way after we clean it up a little bit. That way engine mounts are gone. It'll be ready to weld in the LS mounts. Not sure where. I wonder if there's an index somewhere in the frame for them. We'll find out. But all this disgusting grime needs to go away. So that's the goal for today, is just get this somewhat presentable, and then we'll figure out what we're keeping. If it's charcoal canister and the fuel filter and crap like that, we'll probably keep all of this where it is. I think, if I remember correctly, there are these power steering lines. These can go because on the LS the power steering pump is on this side, so it should be some short lines. And the fuel can stay, but we're gonna have to make lines that pass over because the fuel lines on the LS are on this side of the intake. Heater core should be fine. Just stuff like that. I mean, it's a lot of like figuring it out, but we're gonna start with cleaning all this crap up. All this grime is beautiful. Okay, I got all these lines off. Rather than cutting them, I'll figure it out later. I'm just going to, I undid all the hangers. I'm just gonna pull them, put them somewhere else. Of course, there's still fluid all up in them. Let's bend this way. Try to get all the fluid out of this. Okay, so we got the old engine mounts cut off. Pretty easy. Grab this. They're disgusting on the inside. So this one was the easiest one because it wasn't folded in. So I basically just cut as close to the welds as possible. That way it's just the least amount I need to clean up. The passenger side, this lip was folded in. So I cut the top and the other side, folded it over, and then I could get it on the inside and chop. So now it's just a lot of flattening out, and then gotta figure out, I can't find anything that shows where the other engine mounts, these for the LS, actually go. They have holes in them, but it doesn't seem like none of the holes on the frame rails are this close together. So I'm thinking that these are just for something else, and you kind of just have to place the motor, tack it in. You should have to remove the motor to final weld. I'm hoping I can just kind of lift the motor up, because doing this alone and doing it in a freaking storage unit with a small jack, like getting the transfer case up high enough with transmission to get over all this crap is just, it just takes too long. So we'll cross that bridge when I get to it, but that's the plan of attack, I think. And then, yeah. So now that those are cut, just got to clean them and then figure out what I'm doing next, because I don't know. The motor's not ready to go in because I don't have a torque converter because my brother lost it, of course. So I'm waiting for that. And I'm waiting for the transmission mount because I bought a new one because the other one was, the mounts were sheared. And I'm waiting for a flex plate. So just waiting for a lot of stuff. So basically, clean that up and just be ready for the next step when all these parts come in. That's the deal. So I forgot to film an outro, but I got the motor mounts cut out and I basically just cleaned them up, you know, grinder with a flap disc, just made sure the weld is gone. And so now that the engine bay is empty, I'll shoot some pictures up here. Now that the engine bay is empty, I will basically be ready to lower the motor in and start mocking up the motor and get the transmission member in, or cross member, sorry. That way I know where the motor wants to sit, weld the motor mounts in, and move on to the next thing. So thank you for watching this. Follow along. If you're doing this yourself, then, you know, hopefully it's a more or less good guide to figure it out. Or if you're just watching to, you know, watch me fail and do things wrong and hopefully end up with a running car at the end, then cool. Enjoy.